and welcome to a special new installment of Movies with Mom. This is my mom, Chris. My name is Elena. And today, we're going to be talking about the amazing film scores of the amazing John Williams.
The Right Honorable John Williams, yes.
Yes. The truly
inspirational
and just prolific film composer that everybody knows.
I would say he's probably one of the few Hollywood screen musical score composers who has affected our American society, if not some of the world, the greatest. Sure, we have classical composers, but we're dealing with modern day composers for, let's say, within the last 60 years.
Exactly. He has truly formed the sound of the great American movie, is what I think.
Blockbusters.
He does all the great blockbusters of the 80s and 90s.
70s.
And some of the 70s.
Jaws.
Jaws is very recognizable.
Bum, 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 bum. Don't have the music to play that. Sorry. And it scares the bejeebers out of everybody. How perfect that was.
You repeat 3 notes. That's all he does. It's genius.
Genius indeed.
Absolutely genius.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go through about between 5 and 6 of what we believe are John Williams' best work for cinema. And number 1, of course, you just heard, is Star Wars.
Oh, does it sound like this?
Yes, just like that.
What? Okay.
I don't know.
Big spaceship. Okay. My props.
I am so sad they fell down.
It's okay.
What's another great bit of Star Wars that we all can also
identify with?
There's more than one theme that we all can identify with.
Well, all of the Star Wars.
Turn it up, Mom.
Wait a minute, I'm still talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll turn it up.
Yes.
I find your lack of feeling disturbing.
Ooh, how appropriate is that? That spoke to my soul.
Sorry. I'm a nerd. Okay, I get it.
As am I.
What's the neat thing about the Star Wars is not only did it affect, I would say, 3 decades at least of moviegoers, but pop culture as well. I mean, we have references to Star Wars in the Reagan administration, what he wanted to call his program for, the Star Wars program.
But the music itself, the minute you hear it, you know what it's from.
Exactly. It's probably the most influential. I put it at number one
for
being the most influential on American and possibly global pop culture psyche.
Agreed. And then for our second choice of the best of John Williams, of course, we cannot possibly not have Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah. Got to cue that up. Sorry. Oh, that's not the one.
Not
Sorry.
The one. No.
Never mind. Okay.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Well, we're not. Yeah, this is just a cell phone. Okay. That's what I'm using. I don't know where I'm at. Okay. Where are we? Yes. And.
There it is.
Oops, no, not. There it is. Doesn't it just make you want to eat popcorn and sit down and get Milk Duds in your popcorn, and then get all chewy and in your lap? When that first came out, I was pregnant with you.
And I always figured that I must have known it was a good film because I kept kicking, apparently.
Well, it was at the movie theater in Tacoma, which is no longer there, of course. And I went with my friend Beth, and I have to go to the bathroom. So I come back out, and I missed the whole beginning segment.
I got excited about Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Well, I was 8 months pregnant. But 7.5, 8. Yeah, well, anyway.
I don't know. I was the big...
My point is that she's loved Indiana Jones ever since.
Yes, I'm a huge Harrison Ford.
I'll always remember it. Anyway,
And basically, most of the great blockbuster Harrison Ford movies that we know and love all have mostly John Williams scores in them.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly
and then
because of Steven
romantic.
Spielberg.
Sabrina was also, and I love
I
him
know,
in
even
Sabrina.
Sabrina. If you have not seen Sabrina, the remake of, was it Billy Wilder's film
Yes.
from the 50s, starring Harrison Ford and, what was the actress?
Julia Ormond,
Julia Ormond, yes.
Greg Kinnear.
I love the piano. The piano piece that John Williams wrote for the theme song is so well done.
Yeah.
And brings me right back to like 1950s classic movies.
A lot of people criticized the movie itself because they were comparing Julia Ormond to Audrey Hepburn. And I'm sorry, you can't compare them. Two different actresses, different
music,
styles.
the music,
But I
turn it
will
up.
say Harrison Ford was better than
So pretty.
what was that old guy with the list thing? Humphrey Bogart.
The old guy with the list.
Yeah, dear. I mean, and he had drool. You know why? He
Yeah,
had dental
he-
problems. Anyway,
I didn't know.
something like that. But she skated to this. What was her junior short program?
Novice.
Novice short. Oh, she was so cute. The only one to do it.
Had a
I've heard it a
dress.
few times since then, but not quite as nicely as you. I'm biased, of course, but John Williams also makes wonderful music for movies and skating routines. There we
Yeah.
are.
So you can see his repertoire is very diverse, prolific and diverse.
Mm-hmm.
And another film that we also want to feature is a Western. A lot of people aren't aware of. They probably don't remember it much. Is it from the 70s?
Yes, I believe it was done in
Mm-hmm.
19. Well,
Where's the cover? Do we have?
yeah, I do.
It's right here.
Right here. With
The
John Wayne.
Cowboys with
It's
John
my
Wayne.
favorite John Wayne movie. I know it's kind of like silly, but because he's
No,
done
it's
so
not.
many.
It's so
no, he's
good.
did some other great movies, but this is my personal favorite because,
Mm-hmm.
as with most great film, a great score comes with it, and that
Exactly.
makes it memorable.
Exactly.
And
Let's
this-
hear it, Mom. I'm
This
ready.
one, I can't read it. You look for the date. I'll put this on.
This
here.
is from 1971.
Was it 71? Really?
71.
Oh my gosh.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Anyway, Bruce Dern is in this movie. Plays
Bruce Dern? Is it Bruce Dern?
Yeah, he plays a great villain. You just hate him.
Oh, yeah. He is a bad guy.
Anyway, it's wonderful. Coming of age story about kids, young boys growing up to be
Yep.
men. And the music just really. John Williams has captured that almost rodeo, Aaron Copland feel.
Oh, that's why I love it. It reminds
Yeah.
me of Aaron Copland.
Yeah, very good music.
Yeah.
And, we're not going real in depth with each of these because we have so many movies and we've pared it down quite a bit as to what we love about John Williams' musical scores and how I personally think he has been so influential in the last 40 years on television, and because he did, what was it, Lost in Space under the name Johnny Williams, and
And
then
he's been
of course,
around a long time, everyone.
yeah,
A long
and of course the blockbusters we all come to. Every time you hear the music, you just float right back to what it was like to see the movie the first time.
And there are a couple of films here we do want to also mention, honorable mentions. One is an Oscar winner, and one is just a wonderful, nostalgic look at pioneer Irish Americans from 1992, starring Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I love this film. It's just really good. It's called Far and Away, and just listen to this, the way he incorporates the bagpipes and the strings and the piano.
This is called
And-
County Galway.
Yeah, it just brings you right back to not just Ireland, but it kind of blends the old west in with like Irish folk flutes and strings and bagpipes. It's wonderful. I love.
If you haven't seen
the-
this
the
movie in a
music
while,
this movie.
watch it again because it
Yeah.
has a great feel to it. He not only catches the Irish immigrant feel, what it's like, and I don't know how it was like, but how we hear it was like coming as an immigrant to America, the discrimination of the Irish, and the westward expansion.
Yeah, it's
and how
very
that's
sweeping,
also
epic, blended with the
captured.
Irish folk. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's
wonderful
great.
stuff.
I mean, it's got horsey music in that too. It's
does.
wonderful. Where's the hat?
Oh, look at that.
Howdy, partner.
Well, don't you know, lassie, that I got to go to the west to get me a stake of my claim on my own land.
And the other one that we both love so much, and
Oh,
it is
yes.
so.
We must
I don't
end
have a
on this
physical copy
amazing
of it.
Oscar-winning note, Steven Spielberg's beautiful homage to his own Jewish heritage and the unfortunate
Tragedy of the Holocaust.
the tragedies of the Holocaust with Schindler's List. Oh my gosh! Every time I hear it, my heart just like
You skated to that too.
aches. It's such a brilliant, heart-wrenching film.
It's difficult for me to watch. It's
hard to
so
watch.
well made
The
that.
music is what tugs you the most.
Well, no, the story, but it blends so smoothly.
Oh
The
yeah.
music with the film, the everything about it is top-notch caliber.
And of course, John Williams utilized the amazing talents of the world-famous prolific violinist Itzhak Perlman to play the violin for the theme song. And of course, he also incorporated piano and strings and made it such an intimate film from that.
The other interesting thing is that honorable mention is that while I don't have a copy of 7 Years in Tibet, not everybody is familiar with that unless you're a Brad Pitt fan, is he did the music for that as well and incorporated the use of talented artist Yo-Yo Ma, cellist.
Oh yes, he's collaborated with some amazing classical musicians and done such wonderful, just diverse work. And I'm proud to say I'm a John Williams fan. Everyone, if you're not a John Williams fan, I just don't know if you're American.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe I just said that out loud.
I wish we had more time to go through this whole thing because there are concepts with his music that you can see tie over into other films. Like there was a film with Audrey Hepburn and John Goodman was in it, and I believe it was about forest fighters. Anyway, I wish I could remember that.
I don't remember.
Well, I know that they have a
we're-
flight sequence.
Well, since I think I can't remember what it was either. We'll Google it.
Okay.
But anyway, we are running out of time.
I'm
Which
getting truncated.
which film score should we lead out with to end our review today, Mom?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. We haven't talked about that.
Well,
but
he did the
we'll
first
end
3
with it.
movies
We'll
with
end
Harry
it.
Potter,
Mhm.
and of course I don't have an example here, but everybody know. Oh yes, I do.
There it is.
Harry Potter favorites. The main theme, of course, is carried throughout.
John Williams' main theme is carried throughout the entire series of Harry Potter films that he originally composed for the first film.
Of course, I don't have it on
Also
here.
very recognizable. Do we want to just hum it?
Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, 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 ba-da, bum,
Keep
bum,
singing,
bum. Da-da-da-da,
Stay tuned for our next installment of Movies with Mom when we feel like it, sometime in the
Wingardium
near
Leviosa.
future. We'll see you later. Have a great
Not
night.
Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Leviosa.